Back. Are we live now? The storm's kind of bad up this way. What is going on? There's a lot of snow up here, a lot of all types of crazy stuff going on. You guys in here? What's going on? Looking pretty skinny today. What's going on, Henry? How you doing? What's going on, Tobias? Yo, what's up, YBE? What's going on? How's everybody feeling today? Everybody feeling good? I am feeling good. Oh, man, you guys came quick. You guys are in here. That's what she said. What's up? What's going on? What's up? What's up? Oh, what's going on? Whoa, a lot of you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to get an honest. Yo. But yeah, I'm glad to see all of you guys are in here. I see a lot of new people. What's going on, Devin? What's going on, Lascelles? What's up? That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. I am glad you're doing good. But yeah, man, before we get started today, man, I just want to say I really do appreciate you guys. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from this channel, and I'm happy that I'm able to help you guys out. What do you think of ads saying, don't waste your time learning to mix, engineer? I'll tell you my thoughts on that in just a moment. But yeah, let me cover this real quick. I'm glad you guys came. I'm going to take some questions right after this, so you guys can if you can hold your questions, that would be really cool. But I'm going to take the questions after I get done with this. But I appreciate you guys for all your questions, and I'm going to answer them because that's what I do. But yeah, a lot of people ask me, why do I use Pro Tools? What is about Pro Tools? Is it the best DAW? To be quite honest, Pro Tools isn't really the best DAW, in my opinion, because there are many others out there that are really dope. But the thing is that when I started out as an engineer, I learned on the console, and most of the consoles that I've learned on, whenever they had like a box interface with it, when I refer to the box, I'm referring to like a DAW or some type of software-driven program that helps you record and assists you on recording. Everything was ran through Pro Tools. The SSL 4000G I learned on was ran through Pro Tools. The VR that I learned to mix on was interfaced with Pro Tools with the 192 systems. And that's pretty much what I did. I went on to get my certification in Pro Tools as a certified Pro Tools operator of music. And I've been using it ever since. And to be honest, Pro Tools I love it. It has its issues, but I've gotten so used to using it, and I know a lot about it because I did get my certification. That proficiency, that test is something extremely serious. So I took my time, and I've been using Pro Tools for a long time as far as recording and mixing. I wouldn't trade it for the world because it's a very helpful tool. And I use Logic for production, of course, but you guys do know that was the first integrated stuff. Yes, exactly. I think it was called, what was it called then? Sound design or something back in the day. Yeah, and that was first people create the IO that could like be pretty much not daisy chained with an SSL, but pretty much that's what it was. It was being daisy chained with the SSL and capturing the box. Before that, we had what you call an Alesis HD24. Now this is a 24. It's a digital recorder, and it was what it was. But I prefer software because you can go back and do editing, and with the SSL. The thing about it, what made it's so convenient as far as compared to the SSL. The SSL is the big console that you guys see in most of the studios, 48 channel SSL, is that it had total recall. But here's the downside to total recall. When you dial it up in the computer system, which is basically green screen on the SSL, you have to dial in like the pots, the EQ pots, the whatever you use as far as the faders. Nothing was in place. You just align it with whatever the computer told you to. Thank God for Pro Tools, and thank God for automated faders, especially with the VR. But yeah, that's why. So when it comes to choosing a DAW, I'm going to stay on this, and it still stands, guys. Pick something that you think looks amazing and that you do research on. Dive into it, learn it as much as possible. You don't necessarily have to get a certification in it like I did, but you can. Am I here? Am I here? Am I here? Yeah, I had a little glitch out right there. But yeah, just dive into it and learn it. Do whatever you can. Don't let anybody try to dictate your decision on it. If it feels right and you're getting things done as far as recording, then do it. Take it, learn it, learn it. That's how you choose a DAW. You choose, like, do your research and you play around with it And then after that, you just dive into it and learn it as much as possible. Learn everything about it. Learn how to interface with hardware. Learn the sample rates. Just learn anything. Learn the mix window, the edits window. Just learn everything. Nothing is better than the other. Remember? Yeah, I remember Nuendo. Yeah, that was actually, as a matter of fact, Cakewalk and Nuendo was the first one I learned on. But when I got in school, I ended up sticking with Pro Tools, and it just opened up a whole new world for me. Man, yeah, Nuendo got some stuff done. Matter of fact, you guys may not remember, I was a teenager, early teenager. This group called Fatty Cool, the whole everything, the demo with the John Lennon songwriting tour we did was done on that. So, yeah, Nuendo, yeah, we used Nuendo with the Stars program in Columbus, Ohio, right across the street from where Bow Wow used to work at out of this company in Columbus. Okay, again, why haven't you done a live mix video? The reason why, because I want to do it in my home studio in Atlanta. I'm on the road right now in California. I'm starting a couple business, doing a lot of filming, doing things like that. But luckily, I have a spot to where I can be around the piano and I can set up my Apollo and travel rig. But I'm definitely going to get into that. Nuendo is amazing. It's still amazing. You're absolutely right, Sheldon. Your advice on purchasing Waves versus UAD, will Waves work good with Apollo? Yeah, I actually have the L1, the SSL suite, and those are what's in my mix. Those are my mix path. Like I use Waves and I use a combination of universal audio. I use mainly universal audio to capture the recording, but with the Wave stuff, I like some of the EQs and I like the limiter. I can't live without the L1 and the L2. So, or the SSL compressor, bus compressor, which I'm probably going to purchase in the next few weeks, the UAD to kind of see which one is the best. Okay, my wife said hello, her name is Deanna. What's going on, Deanna? And hello. And hello to you too, LaShane, Sonic. Yeah, hello to you, man. And hello to the wifey. I got a question. Which Apollo interface under $300? I know Focusrite are really sick, but audio interface under $300, Focusrite, but Steinberg ID40. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. It just depends on what you're doing. I prefer Focusrite or the Steinberg, anything around there. And the Complete is cool. Like I said in my audio interface video, I haven't used the Complete Audio 6 that much, but I have used it a little bit to kind of get the gist of it. Once you play with them all, once you play with one, you play with them all. Sort of like that. And that's not what she said. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. I'm purchasing the Focusrite Scarlett. Great audio interface. My partner at Hot 104 in St. Louis, DJ Cuddy, actually just got rid of his because I talked him into getting a Apollo, and he's been using that. He recorded the Ride For You record that we had on radio last year on the 17 radio station spinning. He recorded Shorty the Prince verse on there, and I, of course, I mixed it on my Apollo with my converters at my house in Atlanta. So, okay. My first DAW was Sony Music Studio. I remember Sony Music Studio. Yes, Sony Music Studio. Nice. What do you think Ad saying don't waste your time learning to mix? Okay. Like I said, somebody asked me this about 2 weeks ago. You're not wasting your time learning to mix because it's a craft and it's an engineering art that I feel like if you're doing music, it kind of contributes to you being able to produce and create better music if you know how to engineer and if you know how to mix. Because it's like saying stop wasting your time learning to cook, if that makes any sense. Because if you walk out of your house, I'm pretty sure within the next like 10 miles, well, at least 2 miles, you can find somewhere that's cheaper and that you can eat at and they can make the food for you. But I wouldn't recommend like not learning to mix. Like, come on, like, but you know, people have their own method of doing things and their opinion to things. So I'm not gonna down their opinion, but my personal preference is every producer, every singer, every songwriter, every creator should learn how to mix. So they could be able to tell how they can be able to tell what sounds good and what don't sound good with their vocals or with their composition or whatever. So that's where I stand on that. Let's see, which is an Apollo? What is an Apollo? Apollo is universal audio. It's a large formatted audio interface. It is Thunderbolt. It is the best thing ever in life. Best investment I ever made. They're kind of a bit pricey, but it's a really high, like kind of, I say it's high end interface, because there are some interfaces that can get up to $5,000, but mine's is roughly around $3,000 on the Apollo that I have. It's just an audio interface with great converters in it. And it comes with plugins, and it has the Unison technology where you can take a software version of a physical plugin, a physical hardware processing, dynamic processing unit, and you put it in your signal path, and it records as if you are in a full blast analog recording studio, which I love. So yeah, that's what an Apollo is, an audio interface. I could have just said that right. Bro, I'm using Reason 5 and sending each instrument via Rewire to Pro 2 HD 10 and mixing recording vocals. Hey, that's what you call signal flow. If I was around a console right now, that's how I would be doing it when I go to the big studios. If I could, that would be my signal flow too. That's engineering. See, what people think engineering is, we call them in Atlanta, a lot of the pro engineers in Atlanta call them Pro Tools operator. They graduated engineering school, but they don't really know how to operate a console, and they just know how to press record in Pro Tools or whatever DAW. But yeah, when you know how to hook up the console, use the patch bay on the SSL or Neve, and get a best signal to noise ratio, and know every single thing on that channel strip. Every channel strip is the same. It's just like, you know, I'm that type of guy. I know I'm a nerd. Learn to mix as you go. Yep, perfect, Sheldon, exactly. Okay, thanks, man, for the answer, because I get a Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 for $100. Hey, that's what my partner just sold. He just got rid of his Focusrite 6i6, and he was actually recording all his radio live commercials for Hot 104, Radio 1. He was recording them on that with a Electro Voice at EV RE20. Yeah. I still love Adobe Audition. Listen, hey, L Boogie, this is finna blow your mind. When I was working at Clear Channel as a tech, as an engineer, what software we used was Adobe Audition, because it had all the presets, but it was interface, and mostly anything at Clear Channel Radio, Adobe Audition. Like, for the longest. I'm not kidding you. That's what I use. We have this $1 billion radio station, and that's what software we were using. Even the DJs, even the hosts, like, this is what I programmed the songs in overnight. No Pro Tools, no none of that. It was Adobe Audition, for real. I still have Adobe. By far, your 5-minute challenge has been real life. I'm also a Grammy voter, finally. Congrats on that, man. Congrats. Yes. It's a great community. The Grammy's a great community. Yes. What do you think of the Blue microphone Spark Digital with a USB for professional home studio? I'm not really a fan of the USB microphones, but I'm going to say this. It probably is because I'm biased with signal flow, and I have to have a balanced XLR going into a audio interface. It's a mind thing, man. Like, seriously. Let's see. With Pro Tools, what do you think of summing boxes? I'm fine with it. I'm even fine with like any auxiliary scenes, anything like that. I'm fine with it, man. Yo, Archie, coming from Denmark, what's your favorite go-to plugin? My favorite go-to plugin off the head is an LA2A made by Universal Audio. Greatest compressor, goes over anything, mic level or whatever you want to call it. It is the best, and it's the silver face one. The LA2A silver face one. Yes, made by Teletronics, Universal Audio. Uri Audio, circuitry, original stuff. I want to become a rapper and put out a lot of music. I'm getting focused right in MacBook. Good luck with that, Jay. Good luck with that. That's a good combination. A great audio interface and a great powerful tool, a MacBook. MacBooks. I've had my same MacBook for 5 years, and I just recently bought my iMac about a year ago. But I still use this, which I have my phone, my iPhone 8 right now sitting on my MacBook Pro, and I'm just looking over some stuff while I talk to you guys. Wow, you guys have, this is like the most consistent day. Wow, y'all, it's 23 plus people like at all times. Like, that's crazy. I appreciate you guys. Obviously, I got something to say. Thank y'all for listening to this old fool. Just play a bass. Yes. When I started out recording, I started LaSalie's. When I started recording, I started out a karaoke machine for 9 years. Then I started using a computer to do my music. Hey, you know how to record though, LaSalie's. You know how to get everything in. That's it. Okay, any experience with the Rode NT2 mics and the AKG C214? Well, anything Rode, I'm gonna be biasly leaning it towards, or I'm gonna lean more towards that, because I've had my Rode NTK for 10 years, and so has my partner, and we haven't had any problems out of it. It sounds great. As a matter of fact, somebody asked me the other day, did I replace my tubes? No, I haven't replaced the tubes. I haven't modded anything. It's still the same working everything, and it sounds great. I did everything on my NTK up until I got my U87 last year, year and a half ago, roughly around there. So anything Rhodes, I'm for. And the AKG C214, I do have experience with that. Really good microphone. I used it for guitar, acoustic guitar one time, and it was just a body, and it sounded pretty good. That's a good choice. MacBook or Surface Pro. I'm going to go MacBook because I don't have any problems with MacBooks. I noticed that any PC that I had, I'm not speaking bad about PC because I have lower end PCs. Now, the ones that I get built and back that I built in the past, or I have built myself, were perfect, were wonderful. So you have to do research on that. Loving the videos. Keep them coming. I am keeping them coming. I'm editing 2 videos right now for you guys. But what happened is that I got kind of caught up with trying to give a lot of effects, and I like to kind of keep y'all attention by doing the cool, like, sliding text and moving text and stuff like that, and effects and transitions. And I'm just I'm working them out. But I got a monitor video coming out, and I have a pop filter video coming out where I'm going to be explaining a lot of stuff just for you guys, because this is my job as a creator, and I've walked this road before in the industry. I've toured with all types of people before, major artists and indie artists, and it's only right for me to get that information to you guys. Whatever I picked up on the way, I will be spilling it out. I'm going to be your audio industry snitch. How about that? Since I saw your video about mixing vocals, I adopted your Signal Flow 1073 from the waves to CLA2A, same difference, and put in the aux and put in the output mono. And busting the recording from there. Thanks for the lesson, bro. Hey, man, dude, happy recording. That's a good signal flow. And, man, I know you're going to come up with something dope. This is why I do this, man. So, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. What's up? What's going on, Brandon? What is a good microphone for vocals, in your opinion? Anything from the AT2020 all the way up that's reasonable in price to the Bluebird. You can get some amazing recordings with the Bluebird. And anything like that I just said, the AT2020. Oh, G5 tower. Listen, I had my G4 up until about 4 years ago. Man, G5s were great. It is the cleanest computer, most organized piece of material I've ever seen in my life. I fell in love with Mac at that point when I popped open the G5 in 2004. I was like, holy crap. Like, why is everything so organized? Because at that time, I was like a circuitry rattlesnake, to where if I was just building computers and having a computer graveyard in my bedroom. So when I saw the G5, I was like, no more PCs for me. No more. What do you think of the PreSonus 192? I have to get a hold to the 192 audio interface, the PreSonus. I haven't come in contact with that yet, but I have to get a hold to it. Yeah. What's a good surface? I don't want to. No excuses, Archie. I got you, man. No, I got you. I got you, Sheldon. Oh, excited about the monitor video. Luckily, I'm pretty young. I have a whole life ahead of me. Yes, learn it. Get out there. I've been producing for 17 years, and honestly, the consumer care about gear. They care more about records. Stop focusing on the gear. Yes, if it sounds good, it is good. And I have some. The sun is shining finally out, so it's hitting this thing. But yeah, man, don't focus so much on the gear. Focus on, if something, like, for example, my dream microphone was the U87. And because I worked in the studio with it a lot, and I also work with the ELM 251. The ELM 251 is about $8,900, $8,000 to $10,000. I like that microphone, but I was really in love with the U87 because to me, it was a lot more versatile for what I was using it for. So I was kind of focused a little bit on the gear, but honestly, a U87 just sounds amazing. And everybody, it's an opinion. It sounds amazing to me, and it is my joy to have one and to be able to record with it. So yeah. AT30, the AT3035, amazing. Don't get rid of that. Do not get rid of that microphone, Sheldon. Logic for what? And Pro Tools for what? Logic for production and Pro Tools for recording and mixing, and when I'm adding extra instruments to my recording, such as a guitar or a live piano, I run it through Pro Tools. I don't do any of that, any live playing or anything like that I do. I don't do it in Logic. I do it in Pro Tools during the mix. What's up? Oh, we have somebody from India in here. Peace, brother. Peace. I'm glad to see you, man. Glad to see you. What's up, Terrence? What's going on? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? I don't know. Do you advise starting a beat? I have trouble. I say start with the melody in your head and then get the drum going, lay the drums, and then just play things over it. Because this is my findings. When I make a beat and I don't know, and I have an idea, sometimes when I lay the drums and I just create multiple melodies over the drums, it's like I come up with something even better, if that makes any sense. That's why I start with the drums for the most part. I would just think of melodies. This melodies is like a second nature thing. Do you think it's a good idea to have a gaming laptop for music? Gaming laptops are the most powerful computers that are out. The reason why is because of processing. You need a lot of processing for the graphics. You need a lot of processing for the information that's moving around, the moving parts, the CADs, the different three-dimensional stages, different things like that. So a game computer is always great for my little, she's not my wife yet, but my girlfriend's brother, he's a computer science major, and he actually invested in a computer full of like Alienware, all types of crazy stuff. And he runs so many plugins, and he do virtual reality building and stuff like that. Little smart kid. Any thoughts on Apollo using on Windows? I haven't used the Apollo on Windows yet, and I haven't heard enough feedback since it's so new to the PC community. But when I get that information, I'll let you know for sure. Reaper's still worth it? Yeah, Reaper's it's a DAW. Learn it. You can kill in Reaper. Okay, what's your favorite VST instrument? My favorite VST instrument right now is East West Audio. Anything that's in that Play app. And if you guys look up East West, you get like $15,000 worth of plugins, realistic orchestra, pianos. Like, it's really cool. It's really cool. No problem, dude. Mackie Onyx producer is hot. New on the block. I got to check that joint out. I'm going to, as a matter of fact, when I get off here, I'm going with you guys. Which compressor is better? The warm Audio W or the optical? I haven't had any experience with the optical, with the Golden Age 3A, but I know the warm audio stuff is pretty good. Rick Ross's manager, she has a studio called 12 Music Group in Atlanta, and they have a lot of warm audio stuff. They have the warm 87, the W87, and the compressor, and I think they have the 76 too, the WA76. No problem. I've been getting out a new MIDI keyboard. I'm a fan of Casio, and I only buy Casio now. I'm thinking of getting a Yamaha. What's the best Yamaha MIDI keyboard? I haven't dabbled with Yamaha or Casio in a long time as far as MIDI keyboards, but I have a Motif. I have two Motif XF6, a black and a white one. And that's what I do all my beats with on that MIDI controller, but it's a really higher end workstation. I would use, if you're doing everything VST, let's say, at least you're doing everything software, I would get something like any type of key station, an M Audio or an MPK, anything like that, if you just using it for a MIDI controller. USB now. I'm a VLC user, and love their stuff. Your audio capture video had me learning. Yes. Do you DJ with your own stuff? No, I actually don't DJ. I leave that to my business partner, Cuddy. I suck at DJing. I used to help DJs. I used to be the engineer at Clear Channel Radio. So I'm not I'm not cool on the ones and twos yet. Give me some techniques, and you'll try to get me, hire me some techniques. Rody. No, not like that. I was more the nerd guy. What's going on, Sam? Yes, all is well. All is well. But yeah, guys, I really do appreciate you guys for checking out my video. I just want to holler at you guys for a minute and chime in with you guys live. Since y'all said, we miss your lives, I'm going to do this all the time. I got a little guitar skills. I'm still learning. I'm a keyboard guy. I'm a piano guy. But yeah, man, I really do appreciate you guys. You guys have been marvelous. You guys have been excellent. You guys have been awesome. Don't forget, if you like anything that you've seen in my home studio at my home back in Atlanta, please look below because I am an Amazon influencer. So you guys need some good ideas for Black Friday production, to buy some production gear. You want to splurge on yourself. You guys look down there because I'll be putting up some stuff on Amazon that I'm finding that would be a good pick for you guys. So look out for the Black Friday thing that I'm going to be doing. And, oh, thank you. Thank you. Bye, Henry. But yeah, you guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell the world about this geek guy that plays instruments and sing. Listen to me on Pandora at Archie Beatz. Follow me on Twitter at Archie Beatz and Instagram at Archie Beatz. I have a lot of call to action. Is because, hey, I really appreciate you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. This is your boy Archie Beatz, and I'm signing off. Not quite yet, am I? Am I signing off yet?